Jet Set Radio!
If that doesn't get you bricked up, I don't know what will. Jet Set Radio is one of the most iconic games of the Sega Dreamcast, that one console that failed so bad it killed Sega's hardware market. But its games are generally regarded as classics. Jet Set Radio is no different. I mean, look at it. The style, those thick outlines, exaggerated effects, wacky designs, and all tied together with an immaculate soundtrack. God damn, this game has every right to be as good as it is. Style aside, it's just a fun game with satisfying movement, an alright story, and best of all, vandalism. You play as a young Japanese delinquent affiliated in a street gang, the GGs, who does cool graffiti and tricks with their new skates that function as our movement apparatus. Captain Onishima, millionaire corporations, and frogs want you dead, all because you draw penises on public property. Professor K comes in every mission to give us the scoop on the story while repeatedly reminding us he is the greatest fictional character ever designed.
A letter from Mr. Osaki asks, how do I get rid of these nasty roaches? Easy, just burn your house down!
This world is full of colorful characters with such great, unique designs. The rival gangs are themed brilliantly. Even the members of your own gang have so much personality, it's great. But cube mains.
I know what kind of man you are.
And the story comes together in a city-spanning mystery about the Golden Rhino's evil plan to take over Tokyo To. The city's name is Tokyo, not like our Tokyo, like it's different. I don't know, man. Damn. Movement is super simple. To grind, you just jump on the rail. To wall ride, you jump at the wall. To trick, you jump high enough. There are 3 buttons in this whole game. It is very satisfying and just a good time from start to finish. It's a great game that earns its reputation with a brilliant, never replicated aesthetic and soundtrack by Hideki Naganuma, who I previously knew as the main music guy behind Sonic Rush, a game that I absolutely despise. And while I think the music is very... here, it's straight ballin'. I mean, have you heard Sneak Man before? You definitely have. A lot of YouTubers use it, I know. It's a game that doesn't overstay its welcome. It's only about 5 to 6 hours long. I beat it in one sitting, and it was fun the whole way through. From humble Onishima beginnings to the drug trip of a final boss, it was straight gas! The formula does get a little old after a bit. The movement simplicity creates a very low skill ceiling, but I got to draw wieners everywhere, so it was a great time. Fantastic style, soundtrack, and timeless gameplay. Jet Set Radio gets a fat thumbs up from me. Yeah, but this isn't the subject of today's video. I actually like this game. Oh no! Alright, enough pissing around, let's actually get into it.
Ah, Joe the Broken. Haven't seen you in a fortnight.
I've been playing Jet Set Radio.
I wouldn't have made a video all about Jet Set Radio. It's a great game, but it's pretty shallow, and I already said just about everything I wanted to. So what did I really want to make a video on? Well, Jet Set Radio is actually a duology of games. I talked about the first one, released in 2000 for the Dreamcast and later ported to the PC and downgraded for the GBA. It controls like shit and is boring, I'm not talking about it. There's a relatively obscure sequel released only for the original Xbox in 2002. It has no remaster or re-release and is commonly regarded as a classic gem and masterpiece. I'm of course referring to Jet Set Radio Future. I don't like this game.
You're a fucking idiot.
Jet Set Radio Future is potentially one of the most overrated games I have ever played. But Blaze, how can you call this game overrated? I've literally never heard of this game before in my life. Ever. Period. 90% of you only knew Beat from All-Stars Racing. The fuck? I know there's 3 kinds of people watching this. Either the strong, loyal Blazinator viewer who probably looks something like this, a decent chunk of which probably knew nothing about the original game and much less have heard anything about Future. And then there's fans of Jet Set Radio, who I'm willing to bet have heard of Future, probably really like it, probably grew up with it. And then there's a very rare third viewer who doesn't know me or this game. Special shout out to you. I hope you're enjoying the video. So how can I call a fairly obscure game overrated? Easily, I just say it is. But let me tell you about my exposure to the Jet Set Radio Future Echo Chamber, or as I like to call it, just to fans of the original Xbox or Jet Set Radio, Future is held up as a fantastic game. The creme de la creme of the Xbox, apart from all of these. While I played the original, I kept repeatedly hearing about how good Future was. Video after video, Steam post after Twitter post. The reviews on Jet Set Radio's Steam page are, well, complaining about the game getting taken off of Steam because Sega still sucks.
You're an irredeemable monster! Oh, what took you so long, idiot?
But mostly it's something about how Future needs to be ported or remastered for PC. I mean, hundreds of these, going back a decade. Here's a little montage of the Steam reviews.
We want Jet Set Radio Future! Play! Give us Jet Set Radio Future, you coward!
Release Jet Set Radio Future on Steam!
Okay, good. Now port Future. Release Jet Set Radio Future on PC, please!
Give us Jet Set Radio Future, you mong!
Release Jet Set Radio Future on Steam.
Put Jet Set Radio Future on the Steam store!
Jet Set Radio, it's awesome! Now port Jet Set Radio!
Now port Jet Set Radio Future!
Sega! Put Jet Set Radio Future on Steam, and my life is yours!
Jet Set Radio, but with smoother movement, in an open world, greater mission variety, more verticality, diverse level design, everything from the first game, but with more, all with Hideki Naganuma back again for the soundtrack. I mean, it was impossible not to get my hopes up. This game sounded like straight gas. Before I even finished Jet Set Radio, I tested Future out on my totally legitimate original Xbox to see if it ran well and recorded fine. And I got a hint of that title screen, what you saw earlier. This fucks. This got me so hyped. I was ready for this game to be so awesome. And then I played it. Yeah, I think this game blows. Let's talk about that.
Everything you thought you knew about Sweden is wrong.
What a fucking nick.
We start our tutorial in the main hub, the garage. As newcomer to the GG's, Yo-Yo is looking a little different. Same with Gum over here and this new guy, Corn, or maybe it's Tab, I don't know. The art style changed quite a bit. The colors are much more dark and drab, the thick outlines are gone, and the world looks a lot more depressing. I'm a much bigger fan of the bright colors and style of the original, but it's obvious that Future is going for something different, and what it's trying to do, it looks amazing. I'm a big fan of any open city level or 99th Street when the game just looks great. The art style has barely aged. After doing our basic moves and finishing the tutorial, the gang tunes into Jet Set Radio by the returning Professor K, who looks like this now. Ew.
Look how they massacred my boy.
Future's story is not a direct continuation of the first game. It's more of like a reimagining, kind of like how Mario Galaxy 2 was. As such, there's much more variety in what can happen and what you can do with the characters, which is why a lot of them would get a redesign. Some are pretty good and give the characters decent personality and flair, and then others are such a cataclysmic downgrade, I'd assume the artist was blind. Mew and Combo, what did they do to you? Tokyo Toe is under the control of an evil corporation known as the Rikaku Group, led by no shit Charles Martinet.
It's me, Mario.
He's using his money to control everything, and the gangs use their graffiti to fight back against the oppressive Rikaku Group and take back their culture and freedom through self-expression, even when they have control over the police and are cracking down on everybody. This sounds pretty dystopian. I mean, the Rikaku Group sounds super evil. They must be doing a lot of really bad things.
Yes. That's it? No.
The Rikaku Group are this super evil entity, and yet they don't have any presence in the world apart from like one statue, location names, or the forced combat sequences. Whatever, it's not important. The game doesn't dwell too much on it, which is really dumb when you're talking about your main antagonistic group. What the fuck are these guys doing? Well, you don't get to know until the very end of the game. They were kidnapping fools in the first game. They were blowing up half the city. There's nothing like that until like the last hour here. And you expect me to believe these guys have control over the entire city? I am definitely overthinking it. Let's just continue. After some glazing from Professor K, the GGs set off on an epic adventure of Class C misdemeanors against new and old foes alike, drawing graffiti all over the new open-world city while evading the Rikaku Group to figure out what their evil plan is. You can already tell this video is going to be very negative, so I'm gonna reel it back a little bit and talk about what I actually like about Future.
Can I get some goddamn help here? Where's the fucking dinner on?
First of all, Jet Set Radio as a series is very much style and aesthetic over gameplay. The first game did that in spades, from the effects and the music to the fact that everybody is just dancing 24/7. It's great. Even in Future, it's amazing. I love games with immaculate vibe taking the focus. Metro, Subnautica. Hey, a recent example, Far Cry 2. Ooh, shameless plug, go watch it. A large chunk of the reason I would call games like Shadow of the Colossus or Bloodborne some of my favorites of all time is purely based on the vibe. But the commonality between all those games is that there's good gameplay and story that services the gameplay. Maybe a little less Far Cry 2. This is the second time I actively dislike a game beloved by a strong niche community. Maybe I am a contrarian. Shit. I enjoy the vibes of Jet Set Radio Future. They're so in-your-face and Y2K inspired, it's hard not to adore it. The visuals, I already mentioned, they're cool. Every area looks amazing. The movements and animations look buttery smooth. Sometimes. And overall, I can't complain about the visual style of this game. I think it's timeless. Second, the soundtrack. It's a banger. Kinda.
What the fuck?
Hideki Naganuma's back again with the occasional licensed track on the side, and most of it is straight bumping. I don't like the music as much as the first game. This style of music, it's just not my thing, so when it leans more into the techno theming, I can't like it as much. I wasn't consistently bumping to the tunes like I was in the first game, but there's plenty of songs I still love. A special shout out to the game's main track, The Concept of Love. It's good. It's easily the most iconic thing to come out of this game. There's also tracks I fucking hate. I know this is a positive section, but I don't have any other place to mention it apart from in the music. Never in my life has there been a song in a game that was so bad that I needed to mute the game. Birthday Cake. This song is so bad, it made me commit the sin of muting the game every time it came on. I can only play a short little bit because of copyright, so here's just the first few seconds. I'm really sorry. I told you it was bad. Actual auditorial herpes. This is supposed to be a positive section. Go back to being positive. The parkour sequences. Really satisfying to hit. When there's a clear string of moves for progress and you nail it, euphoric. Some of the levels feature new objectives to tackle, races on levels that were actually designed for it, flag races, and new missions that see you doing something other than tagging or chasing someone. I always appreciate a good bit of variety, especially after the last game I played. It's very much appreciated. The graffiti editor got an upgrade with more variants, better tools, except they got rid of the undo button for some fucking reason. Custom graffiti means only one thing. Yeah. I think I'm back. The return of the penis man. I have the humor of a 4-year-old. The variety of characters is pretty nice. I don't have a lot of positive things to say. I'm legitimately struggling here. I like the dog. Why can't I be nice to this game? Because I hated playing this shit. I like Yo-Yo. He's funny. He makes me smile. I like it when he says, "Yo, sweet, who the man?" That's about it. Shit. You know what? Screw this. You came here to listen to me, bitch. I'm just gonna be complaining into your ear. Let's just get into it.
I am fucking fuming! I'm fuming! Oh my fucking god!
I don't like how this game controls, like, at all. I don't like how it feels personally, and that is a very subjective thing. You have a few added moves. Now you can grind vertically, and you have a boost you can do with 10 spray paint. But jumping is so goddamn floaty. Every time you jump from a rail or a boost, you just go straight to the moon and fall super slowly. That would be pretty optimal for like a platformer. Granted, you could move yourself in the air. You can't move yourself in the air. You can turn, but only just a little bit, because you can't have you making your jumps now. That would be fun. Constantly overshooting jumps, missing jumps. There is no precision to the movement. It is so hard to get any sort of precision out of any jump just because of how ungodly floaty it is. And there is no pressure sensitivity to the jumping. Either slow down and get nothing, or be going fast enough to check up on Voyager 1. I will say, after playing the whole game, I did get used to it. doesn't mean I like it. Momentum is just all kinds of whack. Your control over your speed is just so iffy. You don't have to do anything on a rail to be going fast, but as soon as you jump, your speed immediately dips. It doesn't carry your momentum, and the rails just make you go faster. It's not even like a gradual increase. Any logic for how the momentum should work is just thrown right out the window as soon as you touch a ramp because you suddenly go faster uphill. What the fuck?
Question, why did your characters, like the skates, why do you go so slow?
What do you mean?
You skate, like your character will skate like normally, slower than a person like walks.
Good question.
Why is it like that? Like, I feel like you get no momentum. You go from like person walking to person jogging at full speed. Like, aren't you supposed to be fast or something? I don't know. Like you, for some reason, you go faster when you go up ramps. I don't know how that works, but like, I've seen you like jump faster. I don't get it.
It's all made worse by the fact the right analog stick does absolutely nothing. No camera control. Why? You can't even look where your floaty-ass jump is sending you. And the cameraman, I'm pretty sure he was close friends with Emperor Hirohito himself because that shit is downright evil. Constantly swinging around going, ooh, look what he's doing. You can't see the jump in front of you. Or turning too slowly so you can't see what's in front of you. Bullshit. I know I mentioned grinding a lot. Most of this game, you are grinding. It's just the best way to do everything. It's faster, doesn't need you to turn manually, lets you get tricks. Oh yeah. Tricking, the masterful tricking system I have heard praised endlessly as an addition to this game, is so moronically simple as rhythmically pressing the X or Y button. This is so goddamn boring. It makes you move faster. That's it. Air tricking does nothing for you. Oh, but you can turn around. So what if you can turn around? It plays the exact same, you fucking bastard! There is no failing a trick, there's no risk or reward system, there's nothing to doing it. It's as simple as I said, just rhythmically pressing one button. Do you have any idea how boring the title screen looks now? All those cool tricks they're doing, they're just hitting the fucking X button. There's no skill to it. This game is so piss easy, but the main difficulty just comes working around the bullshit. That's not fun. That's not good game design. There's no way to stop grinding, apart from jumping off a rail. And the hitboxes are big. Too big. I already went over why jumping sucks. Just play the montage.
Can I just jump in between the rails? Stop fucking fuck! Okay, just do a fucking hand. No, stop! Stop fucking! Okay, this game has so far been fucking awful. What? Okay, no, dude, stop. Get off the fucking— Get off the goddamn rail! Why did you try— I'm gonna slap someone! Just get off the fucking— Fuck! Just stop grinding. Stop fucking grinding. Oh my god! Stop it! Stop fucking— You're supposed to get me off the rail! You're supposed to get me off the fuck— I'm magnetized to grinding on these half pipes. I swear to— I could get off here. Very good. Oh no, because I can't see the ledge, because I can't move the camera! Hit a jump. Of all times, do not land on the fucking rail! Can I please stop grinding? The camera sucks ass. This level is constantly slowing down, and I can't grind on the fuck!
Jesus Christ, I am off my gourd. Maybe we can talk about a system that everyone actually likes. The graffiti system. Remember the little mini game? It's gone. It's dead. They killed it. Now all you need to do is spray each part by just pressing the right trigger. This allows you to hit any tag while moving, and it's supposed to keep the gameplay more fluid and rapid. In theory, it's actually a great change. I'm all for it. It keeps the gameplay a lot more fluid, allows you to do more tricks while getting all your tags in. I don't have any complaints. Except, take a look at this gameplay. Do you notice anything whenever I tag a wall? The camera jerks suddenly to look at what I'm tagging, most of the time at a very awkward angle that doesn't let you see what's in front of you. In a game about movement, sometimes very high up, you can very easily see the problem. Yeah, that leads me to my next point. The biggest problem with this game could be fixed with just better camera control. The camera is one of the worst aspects of this game. The original Xbox does in fact have a second stick, but it doesn't move the camera unless you happen to be standing still, where it has some of the worst origin rubber banding I have ever felt. Yes, I'm gonna stand there all day, you stupid. In a game where you are constantly looking for things, the camera is always fighting against you. The only real way to move it is face your guy in a direction you want to look and hit L2 to reset your view, which, God forbid, your back is to a wall. I mentioned this is quite the problem when jumping, because if you need to jump somewhere, most of the time you won't be able to see it unless your camera happens to already be facing in front of you. Most of the cool jumps and things I'm doing is after memorizing the level or hazards, because the first time through, how the hell are you supposed to see this coming? For a game about smooth, fluid movement, there sure is a lot of standing still to turn and reset the camera so I can see the obstacle right in front of me.
It has all sorts of good, it has fish in it, and it...
The opening of Future's fairly decent. The first couple of stages are pretty well made, and while some of the opening missions leave a lot to be desired,
Okay.
it's the beginning. It's not going to be too hard or complicated. You're still learning how things work. Eventually, you'll get to the point where you need to venture into Poison Jam's secret hideout in the Tokyo underground sewer. Which brings us to the point that I started really not liking this game. It's still fairly early on, but you already had an hour or so to get used to the game. The gimmick here is spraying several terminals to open a door and get inside Poison Jam's hideout. The entire stage is a vertical maze covered in nearly identical looking hallways filled with clunky half pipes, and a perfect display of why not having the ability to stop grinding is awful. Don't worry, if you happen to fall to some bullshit, you get to go all the way back.
Stop, don't fall. So, gonna fall. Does this mean I have to find my way all the way back up again by doing the exact same thing that I just did, but all over again? That's like 2-3 minutes just to get all the way up there again? Dude, fuck this game, dude.
Well, Jesus, it might be hard to find myself around and get those terminals. Let's just take a look at my map here. Oh, this is the worst shit ever. The text in the way, the lack of details, every floor and hallway blending into each other. This is truly awful. Whoever designed this platforming maze section here needs to be put in the femur breaker. No excuses. This whole level is a slow, horribly designed mess that takes far too long to go through. The first little pipe grind section was just so much fun. Do it 5 more times, then go up a floor and do it another 5 times. Fuck you! To give you an idea how stupid long this area is, the post-game Graffiti Challenge, which sees you going around a good bit of the level and tagging things, only having 10 tags. The highest time to beat is 18 minutes. The highest in the entire game. Now, I'm going to put a little disclaimer here. I'm not talking about the post-game content yet, but I'm just going to say this right now that they are stupid easy, and that is still a very generous margin, but I'm going to use it to exaggerate anyway, because it shows that even the developers of the game agree that this section is extremely fucking long.
I completely forgot to talk about how this area starts. Post-recording, baby. Yeah! This whole level started off with a tutorial from Garum here on how we're supposed to do the new move, the hand plant. The function of this move is to gain a big burst of speed and do a big jump when in a half pipe. This tutorial sequence is pretty inoffensive until you lose the goldfish memory and remember that this tutorial is following another tutorial with Roboy teaching you how to do the exact same thing.
That is one big pile of shit.
Now, the Roboy one might be optional, I'm not sure. I did it anyway though because he said you might need to use this in the next area. So I did the long, boring tutorial only to begin the next level in the sewer with the exact same tutorial not even 2 minutes later. What a complete waste of time. Oh, but do you want to know the best part? Both tutorials, completely useless. Utterly fucking useless. Not a single hand plant needs to be done in this entire game. There is not a single jump that you need to gain momentum first with a hand plant. Momentum is screwed up in this game, remember? Every high jump you think you need speed for, you can do from a standstill at the bottom of the pipe. Completely useless crap that I wasted so much time learning twice just to never use because this game's physics invalidates its own mechanics. What a masterpiece indeed!
After doing this level and going down to the lower areas, we finally meet the leader of Poison Jam, which is Cube, by the way, the goth baddie from the first game.
Show me your feet.
This then leads to a Tagger's Tag battle with Poison Jam. Okay, sit your ass down. If you're already sitting, then stand up and sit down, because this is what made me mad. Mind you, a combination of the clunk, the awful sewer level on top of the camera, because I cannot understate just how bad the camera is. My blood was already heating up. I was not having a great time, but I was still holding on to the art style, the personality, the music apart from that one, and the fun moments before this. I was at like a 6 for my okay this sucks ass-o-meter. One level can suck, not everything can be a winner. But this battle was so boring. In the original Jet Set Radio, a mission where you chase a rival gang and tag their backs was pretty easy. You just find some cans, run up behind them, and spam the spray button 10 times. That's it. While you chase them, they'll be running around and tricking all over the complex level, and you needed to be somewhat decent at the movement in order to catch up with them. For this challenge in future, there is no interesting level to chase them around. There are no tricks. They run around in circles at the bottom of a big empty room. How fun. All you need to do is tag them. I mean, that sounds pretty lazy, but I mean, like, what's the problem with that? That's not that bad.
Oh, you naive little fool. The trouble isn't the tagging battle, it's the paint!
To tag one Poison Jam member takes not 10 cans, not 15, not 20, but 30 cans to paint one guy.
What the fuck?
Some characters can't even hold that many. Most of this level is going around looking for cans so you can find your way back to a guy and finish him off. That sounds really weird. I'm gonna do that one again. So you can find your way back to a guy and spray on his back. No, that's even worse. That's much worse. Okay, what? So you can find your way back to a guy and paint his behind. That's gay! Stop being gay!
You're gay! He's gay!
This is not a chase, or a battle, or anything interesting that I'd actually want to play in a video game that's supposed to be fun. It's grinding. Not like that, like an RPG, like a big waste of time. And then this is followed up by a tagging mission in the Skyscraper District in Faro Park, which very well might be the worst level in the entire game. Vertically centric, where I can't look up or down easily. Horrible level design that fails to even function correctly. Feels like a maze covered in bottomless pits that all lead to the checkpoint of misery. Because bottomless pits are everywhere, but everywhere leads to the same godforsaken checkpoint of misery. The bottom area's textures are completely broken, and the most immediate major set piece is completely useless. It serves absolutely no point whatsoever. It was here that I officially said I hated this game. It was no longer a dislike or a mild annoyance. One level is allowed to suck, but 3 missions back to back that are all poorly designed monotonous slogs is a bit too much for me. This game has problems, and they don't get any better. Which leads me to my next point.
Tell me this isn't fun.
I do not. I've actually had fun with like some of the maps. Can you stop fucking grinding?
Jet Set Radio Future contains some of the most obvious padding ever. There's no reason for you to get a combined 60 cans of paint for this one section, other than to extend the game time. Now, I don't know to what degree it was intentional, because it's not even like this game is that long. I mean, it took me like 9 hours to beat, which is considerably longer than the first, and I feel like that's only because the game time is extended in the most artificial ways possible. That's why every time you need to do something, you need to do it multiple times over. 1 or 3 terminals? No. 6. 1 or a few bombs? No. 8. And then you know what? Do it again. There's a whole sequence where you go around levels you've already completed and destroy a bunch of robots. They don't do anything, they just sit there and wait for you to run into them. And you do that until you've destroyed 200 of them. There's no point to this. Even in the story, it's completely irrelevant to the plot, and it's just a waste of time.
Yeah, especially this level must be heat to speedrun.
Oh yeah, everyone must love that. Or love this for running
Well, yeah,
into
it's
guys.
the best game ever made. You gotta get rid of the bad guys who stand there and do nothing.
Almost every mission requires some sort of backtracking. There is no fast travel, despite there being checkpoints you can save at all over the place. You have to walk everywhere in this game, and I swear to God, they purposely designed it so every single level you need to backtrack as far across the map as possible. Don't believe me? Let me take you just after the sewer fight with Cube's goons, and allow me to break down the travel in just Chapter 4 of the total 9. You end up back at the garage. Yo-Yo got his dumbass kidnapped, so now I have to go back to 99th Street to the Skyscraper District so we can go back to 99th Street, go back to the garage, back to Shibuya Terminal and do a mission to Kage Street so we can go back to Shibuya Terminal, back to the garage, back to Rakakudai Heights, back to the sewer to do an awful mission in Kikaboga Hill so you can go back to the sewer, back to Rakakudai Heights, back to the garage, back to 99th Street so you can go back to the Skyscraper District and do an awful mission in Highway 0. And then you keep doing that for 9.5 fucking hours. Notice how you are constantly being forced to travel to opposite ends of the open world. The whole game is just back and forth constantly with added distance. It does nothing but waste your time. There's no reason you can't just warp to where you need to be next. Either just doing that after I finish the mission, or giving me the ability to fast travel. The clutch sequence. If you've played this game, then you are well aware of how much this whole mission comes out of nowhere, serves nothing to the plot other than to tell you where Yo-Yo is, which Professor K was probably going to do that anyway, since he's literally telling you everything else. He was a neutral party in the first game, but here he is just so in with the GGs, it's weird.
He says, I burned my house down. What should I do now? How should I know, fool?
Anyway, a guy steals your stuff, and you chase him, where he warps into another reality and keeps moving to different spots repeatedly, far quicker than you could ever reach him, and it is a really stupid mission. You camp him out where he'll be next. That is the solution. Special thank you to Jacob, who I was screen sharing the game to, for looking that up.
Sly Cooper won.
I feel so sorry for the kid that got this game on Christmas and got stuck on this stupid mission and couldn't figure it out. Why is there a puzzle in my Jet Set Radio? Bro, I'm not here to think! It is a completely pointless sequence that comes out of absolutely nowhere, and the solution is so fucking stupid and not related to anything the game has taught you up to this point. My absolute favorite is the Death Ball sequence. When you get kidnapped, you're forced to play Death Ball for your freedom. Let me explain to you how to play Death Ball. It's a game where you go around a circular track while carrying a ball. What did you expect something more? What did you want from this game? It's a masterpiece. No. There's nothing else to add here. That's it. That's it. And it is so fucking boring! There's an idea of a threat here in the form of the piss-easy AI, whose thumbs are jammed so far up their own asses, they can't help but to only waddle after you. They got nowhere near me, and these rounds take so long. There's nothing to do. The movement options are so limited. This arena is so flat. How many times do you think I needed to play Death Ball, aka go around in a big circle with zero threat and very minimal movement options? 3 times you need to play Death Ball. Oh, but Blasnator, how could you be so dumb? It is clearly supposed to be introduction to multiplayer mode. I am so happy you mentioned it, and it's just as boring as in the campaign. If the boys were hanging out and you said, yo, put us on some Death Ball. Destroying the robots is kind of enjoyable after like 25 of them. Then it gets really old, really fast. The objectives do not need to be this numerous. It's excessive just for the sake of more. The backtracking isn't fun. It's a chore, especially when you need to cut through an area that slows your game down to a snail's crawl because God help us, I didn't play the game on original hardware. Or I played on a 360. It does the same thing if you play it on Xbox 360 as well. I just want to make that clear. The clutch sequence might have a defense since it's technically a puzzle, but it is not presented as a puzzle. It's represented as somebody just stealing your progress, and now you have to go get it back with information acting as your only gate to progress. It's not fun. And don't even get me started on Death Ball again. God, how poorly designed some of the things are in this game. It makes me so mad. It makes me want to beat something up. It makes me want to fight something. It makes me want to engage in combat. Combat. We're talking about combat.
I'm gonna punch you again if you play that stupid song again. Yeah, I told you, bro. You don't stop playing that stupid song, bro. I swear to God. Do not do it again. I see the way you're looking at me. Don't. Oh my.
From all the things I heard about Future before I played it, I don't think I ever once heard anybody bring up the combat. I didn't know it was a thing. In the first Jet Set Radio, you could kind of fight back against your opposition by tagging certain boss-type enemies, like the Assassins or Onishima.
Captain Onishima. You like punching people for no reason.
Or the helicopters, which will violently plummet into the ground. For the most part, you'd be running away from enemies, but not here. In Jet Set Radio Future, you have to fight in the most clunky, awkward, pointless combat sections ever haphazardly thrown in a game at random points. Combat goes as follows. You will be playing the game, and randomly, when the story or game feels like it, you will have to stop whatever you are doing and fight a couple guys. Or die at Onishima, or as the game calls him, Heihachi. Ew. You then run into them and tag their backs. That's it. It is super clunky, sometimes very annoying. The camera is still a pain as ever, and the lock-on is an option, but so is contracting cholera. There's stronger enemies that needed to be boosted into, which cost 10 of your still limited cans of paint, which here is the biggest reason that limit pisses me off, because enemies will drop more cans when you run into them, but only the first time. God forbid you use all of your paint, because it takes 2 minutes of waiting for more to spawn, which, when you aren't doing anything but sitting around, makes this so damn boring. Remember, this is supposed to be a fight, and if that's not enough, Lord help you, but at the same time, bro, what are you doing? The only reason I can come up with for why they throw these sequences around is to waste your time. They're not fun. It's the same thing every time. There are 2 enemies that make up the majority of all combat, and they put these in multiple times a level. They never get any better. It interrupts all of your progress, and you can't tag anything, even if it is right next to you. Like when you enter Kikaboga Hill. And get attacked by helicopter. The first 2 are right at the start of the level. You can get them near instantly. The other 2 are behind you. Now, this map is a circuit, and behind you is a wall that is only crossed from one side, going towards you. So you need to go around the whole entire level to go and get those 2 helicopters, which means you have to pass up every tag and place you need to graffiti so you can go and get those helicopters that aren't a threat to you, and it forces you to go around the whole entire level twice for no reason. I'm not in fucking danger here. Why can't I just spray this fucking wall? There's also boss fights that aren't the worst. There's one I actually liked. There's this grapple hand guy. That was actually pretty fun.
The joke is that there is no footage of the game being fun.
Now, I'm really sorry, I forgot to get footage of him. So, we're gonna use MS Paint instead. Okay, so he jumps around on walls, and he shoots his really long arms at you, and then you grind on the arms, and you knock him down. It's actually pretty cool. I like that they use the mechanics of the game in a slightly interesting way. This concludes with him getting shot by jets with a bunch of rockets, which slowly drag him up in the air before they explode. If you haven't played the game, I'm not going to tell you if I made that up or not. Oh my god, I was almost positive there for a second. No, I need to keep complaining. The fans might think I like their game. This isn't right. I need negative engagement now. There's this robot fight that took me way too long. It is a clunky whatever fight. I mean, the only gimmick is that it just takes stupid long to ride up to him with absolutely nothing to avoid, but the clunk is gonna be throwing you down to the bottom multiple times. Yeah, that was a great time. Love the rematch that took less than a minute, because this fight is super easy. He just sits at the top of an unskippable cutscene. In the original Jet Set Radio, you were trying to avoid enemies, and it worked for its gameplay loop, but here it just doesn't fit. It feels like an afterthought, and as a result, it's so underdeveloped, and it just plays very poorly. Once again, it's just the same thing over and over and over again for the regular enemies, and then the boss types are just... It just suck. It's just lame. I don't care. I could rant about this for another 9 years, but I think this game needs to finally come to a close. So let's discuss the ending.
It starts with...
Can we watch something else?
After the whole Yo-Yo kidnapping thing, the pacing of this game just goes plaid. Yo-Yo got word of rumors about the Rakaku Group's secret branch of assassins, the Golden Rhinos, and got caught trying to track them down. What rumors? The Golden Rhinos are now coming for Professor K, and he tells us that some beat lookalike is spraying a bunch of weird graffiti. Yeah, you try and figure that out, I don't know. Bad things are gonna happen if somebody doesn't stop it. Tokyo might be done for. Chuo Street is up in flames, and the Golden Rhinos are now on the hunt for the GGs. Now, I already talked about the Big Arms fight, so next is Staff Officer Fire. Her fight is the exact same as just a stronger enemy. I ran out of paint twice. It was very fun. After that, Professor K gets kidnapped, and heading to the skyscraper district 0 beat, the beat lookalike from earlier, leads us to the Tokyo line where we see Professor K's whole studio being lifted by helicopter and a giant train machine driving around. He's still broadcasting too, that's respectable as hell. My god, I knew you were cool. This leads to a sequence where you grind on rails behind a tray and need to spray it. Okay, I'm gonna cut to the chase here and speed this along. This fight is lame. Just turn around, get all the paint you need, and then chase after it. It will wait for you to catch up. Do it like that. It fights super easy. Once the train is destroyed, we get a message from Goji's tower announcing his new radio station and evil plan. He tells us to come to the Shibuya terminal. Goji's tower is nearly complete, and with it, he can take over all of Tokyo. But he needs the people's voices to complete it, so he's sucking up people into the tower like a vacuum. It's really funny. During this admittedly pretty cool speech, a remix of the ending song from the first game, Grace and Glory, is playing, and you know what? It rocks. This leads to us needing to do a tagging battle with 2 0 beats before the real final battle can begin. We're sucked into the tower and get transported into a pocket dimension, where Goji transforms into his gamer mode. I can feel my blood pumping. I'm getting hyped. Every single thing that has pissed me off throughout this entire game is finally coming to a close, and I can end this entire game by conquering a perfect summation of every clunky and poorly designed element in this game. Parkour that doesn't let you see in front of you, overly floaty jumps, awkward wall riding, and Goji, well, he has like one more attack than the regular enemies, but you gotta boost into him a couple times first. Let's finally end this.
I live in Snevic, Birmingham. If you want the button brawl, come down Snevic Hospitality. I'll come. You know, prick.
What's up, bitch?
Shut up, you fucking voice box out your phone, son. Come Birmingham and I'll fuck you up. Come Birmingham now, and I'll fuck you up. I've told you where I live. I live in fucking Snevic. Look. Shut up, you dickhead, now fuck off, don't send me another message, fuck off, you know,
Euphoria I felt defeating that bastard was unmatched. With Goji finished, the world returns back to normal. The evil company is defeated and Professor K changes his radio station name.
I think it was the, like... Oh, yeah. Yeah. I read this before and like the thing, he renames it to Jet Set Radio Future. And that's just like, I'll pay for you to hear that.
Shut the fuck up. What was the train for? Jet Set Radio Future is a game that I did not enjoy very much. I don't know if I've made that clear. It would be better if there wasn't anything redeeming, like if it was just a bad game and nothing more, but unfortunately, I don't think that's the case. There is so much personality and love in this game. It's obvious that it's brimming with charm, and when it's fun, it is a good time. But holy shit, I feel lied to. I thought this game was gonna be gas, like my goat, Onishima, and all I got was Heihachi. I wanted to love this game. I really did. But I couldn't. So that's why I hate it. Oh, but I'm not done hating. You thought this was the end? Oh. You thought I was done. No. Clearly you don't know me. You see, when I hate something, I hate it. I didn't just beat Jet Set Radio Future. I completed it! I'm a professional hater, motherfucker! I do this shit for the love of the game!
Did you 100% the first one? I know you did, right?
No, I didn't, because I liked the first one.
Wow, what is wrong with you?
I'm a professional motherfucking hater.
It just drew you. You were like, yeah, I have to 100% the second one, not the first one.
I have to hate it. After beating Goji, we have free access to every area in the map in free roam. It's here that I'll break down the 100% requirements. Number 1, tag every graffiti spot. Partway through the game, we got more spots to tag in every level, so now we get the pleasure of utilizing the very awesome and informative maps to tell us where every spot is. Number 2, mixtapes. Every area has mixtapes to find, which will unlock all of the challenges I need to accomplish in that area. Reach a certain combo length. Do enough back-to-back tricks of a specific kind. Reach a certain score in one thing, and more on that later. And then finally, we have a sort of secret challenge to do with a specific line or action with only one small hint to go off of. Doing these challenges will unlock Number 3, Graffiti Souls. It's another thing you run around collect. Most of the time filling in empty spaces I found when I was first playing and thought to myself, wow, this is a waste of space. Turns out it's only kind of a waste. Number 4, Test Trials. After getting every Graffiti Soul in an area, we'll unlock the Test Trials. Specific challenges we can do at Row Boy. That will be Jet Graffiti. Tag the spots as fast as you can. Jet Tech. Get a bunch of points in 5 minutes. Finally, depending on the style of level, we'll have Jet Dash. Race to see how fast you can complete a lap if it's a more circuit-styled arena, but if it's more open and less linear, then you'll have Jet Flag. Collect flags as fast as you can. I'll be ranked on each of these challenges, and my goal is to get the maximum Jet rank on every single one. Completing the area's test trials on Jet rank grants a character associated with that level from the story, which means number 5. Unlock every character. Just means completing every area and test trial. But, I mean, there's also a few guys to unlock around the map, usually after, like, beating them in a race. But after unlocking every single character, I can say that I've obtained 100% completion. Which I don't know why I'm saying that in future tense, because I've already done it. Now, I wouldn't be talking about Jet Set Radio if I didn't have something to complain about, so I'm gonna rewind just a little bit and explain how score and combos work in this game. It hasn't been very relevant up until this point, but if you plan on 100% completing this game, then score and combos start to actually matter. And makes absolutely no sense. Combos work as you think they would. Every trick counts up as long as you keep a chain of movements going without touching the ground. The movement in this game is super simplified. If you remember, tricking is just hitting one button rhythmically. So while you chain things together to reach a certain combo, you're intermittently tapping the X button with very little variation. But since X tricking on a rail is the fastest way to get your combo up, almost every single time it says do 65 tricks, it just means get on a rail and hit the X button 65 times. These go up to 100, by the way. I'm not kidding. But notice how I'm saying combo, not score. Because score is counted separately from your combo. It has no direct correlation. The way scoring works in Future is the start of your chain is when you do an action, like jumping, tricking, wall riding, or let's be honest, there's only one way to do it, grinding. While grinding, don't hit X, but instead hit Y rhythmically, because it gives you a higher multiplier. For score, it's just better. But when it gets stupid is when you leave the rail, the air tricks keep your score and multiplier going, but as soon as you touch anything, it drops and resets your score and multiplier. Why? Every other extreme sports games with tricking and combos has it so the more better combo you pull, the higher your score continues to rise, as long as you don't touch the ground or drop the combo. That's why manuals exist! In Future, the absolute best, really only way to get a lot of score is to find a really long rail and hit the Y button over and over again. That's not a cheese! That's just the way you do it! Why is everything in this game just getting on a rail and hitting one button? I mentioned this after talking about the trials that I need to do, because remember Jet Tech? Getting as much score as you can in 5 minutes? Yeah, what that actually meant was find a really long rail that gives you full points, because only some of them give you full points, I'm pretty sure, to incentivize this kind of gameplay, and go back and forth over it while tapping the Y button for 5 fucking minutes straight. What the fuck are you people smoking? I want some. It might make this 5 minutes pass faster. This game isn't as good as you remember when you were 10. I've completed a lot of games in my time. I'm a little bit of a completionist. I've already showed off my Sonic games, but it extends beyond those. I've completed good games too. In terms of completion, Jet Set Radio Future is super repetitive and at times mind-numbing, partially for the reasons that I just went over, but like overall, I mean, it's fine. Inoffensive at best. Levels that suck still sucked. The levels that lagged because this game can't handle optimization on Xbox 360 took way longer than I would have liked. After getting every single Graffiti Soul, unlocking every character, and a total of 25 hours spent playing Jet Set Radio Future, the game I hate, I am finally finished playing the single player. There's also a multiplayer split screen mode, but I need friends for that. I am so lonely. Ooh, I got an idea. Dio, I need you to play video games with me. We played every mode. It's just the standard stuff you already do in the single player, but with a friend. And I will say, it's fun with friends, but like, I mean, that's kind of a moot point because every game is fun with friends. But it was nice to see other people playing the game, apart from just me, and letting them react to the masterpiece.
Why is it so floaty? The jump. Why does it control like that? I love going faster up. I love going... so fucking fast. Dude, you control like you're a stick of butter.
Yeah.
And like you're melting in a frying pan as we speak.
Dude, no, you're gliding across the pan right now. Look at that. Did you see how... Did that feel satisfying?
No. Sucks.
How do I get out of this place?
What kind of place is this? You! Shit.
Did I get it?
Stay in the corner.
Leave me alone! Why are you so evil? Why are you so funny looking? I can't. Oh my god.
No, I fucking passed over.
You fucking suck. Why do you look like that? Are you a real human being? What is that character's lore?
That's Charles Martinet.
Fucking testicles. I hate this game. I want to stop playing already.
Why do you hate it? It's so good.
I genuinely... This aggravates me.
This is the best game ever.
I love having my analog stick going completely one direction and not even being able to move a fucking inch in that direction while I'm jumping.
Are you enjoying
I hate
yourself?
this game. I hate this game. I hate this game. I hate this game.
I can't make precise movement. I'm literally just like a toddler.
Yes,
right
you
now.
can't move. You can't do anything,
you can't
dude.
do that, period. How's it going, Nick? You're currently leading.
I've clicked the total of 4 buttons, and one of them is just holding forward. Oh fuck! Only one of them is just holding forward, bro. What is your character doing? Why is he like?
That's what I said last night. I mentioned that last night when I lost with Poison.
Having a seizure.
Yeah.
Bro, they said if you don't win this race, we're gonna cause a blood clot in your brain. You're gonna freak the fuck out. And he lost. They triggered that shit. He's dead, bro. He's gone.
I didn't influence their opinions whatsoever. They came to these conclusions on their own. This is why we're still friends.
I don't think I said a single good thing about this game so far.
Okay, hold on. If you could say something fun or good, what would you say?
The music's really nice. The music's really good.
I like the art.
Besides that one song, but like the art style's nice. Honestly, surprisingly enough, actually, I think the game looks really nice for how old it is. It looks beautiful. I think it looks nice. The maps are. Anyway, the tricks look nice, even though the game looks cool. Like watching these guys watching this gameplay, it looks cool. But until you realize all they're doing is pressing Y and X while they're jumping occasionally. Honestly, the only thing that's cool about this is the fact that they're able to jump and land where they want to. I couldn't do that if I wanted to. You jump, and once the second your feet are no longer touching the ground, you can't control yourself. And okay, in real life you can't control yourself, like no shit. In a game where you're supposed to where movement is supposed to be very precise, and the second you leave the ground you're a fucking brick. Besides the entire game being horrible. I don't know what else I could say.
Jeff, have you seen this?
The Nintendo shit you!
After finishing all of Jet Set Radio Future, I still don't like it. I mean, what do you expect? I hated it after 3 hours, I hated it after I beat it, and I made sure to 100% complete the whole game just to hate it even more. I don't think this game is a masterpiece. I think it is the most overrated game nobody has played. People call this one of the greatest Xbox games ever made. Dude, Halo is right there. I think it's an overall worse game than the original. That's not to say the original is some perfect game. In all honesty, it controls very similarly to Future, more similarly than I think people let on. And only the HD version has camera controls, the original didn't. But it didn't try being anything it wasn't. It didn't overstay its welcome. The base game was simple and fun, and everything the original game was trying to do and what it was going for, It did amazingly, because it was just a fun little classic game for the Dreamcast with a whole lot of character, and I hold a good soft spot for it. But Future tries being more than it is, and it fails. The game controls far too floaty and awkwardly. The camera makes exploration, tricks, graffiti awful to do. Mandatory combat sections that aren't fun and only exist to waste your time. The combos and tricking system I've heard praised to no end is just a tapping the Y button simulator. The story I didn't really go much into, but it is full of nonsensical plot holes that go nowhere, and the pointless objectives to pad out the game, which add to the already horrible pacing, it just doesn't work. The mission objectives are either piss easy or unbelievably monotonous. The level design ranges from alright to absolute horrid shit that I never want to replay again. And I will never forgive any game that makes me play Death Ball 3 times plus a tutorial. If you enjoy this game, good. That means you love something that I can't, and that's only good for you. I don't want to be that one meme, the stop having fun meme. I'm only the first 2 boxes. I don't want to be the last.
Stop having fun, motherfuckers!
If you can see the positives that I don't, then, like, I envy you. I'm exaggerating my anger big time. I want to make it clear that if you like this game, you are not wrong for thinking that, or stupid. It's so full of character and love. The soundtrack and characters are brilliant. It nails the vibe so well, and the whole game looks amazing. And when the level design and gameplay are good, it's really fun. There are things to like, and I wish I could like more. And I was ready to love this game. I've seen it praised endlessly, and I was excited to see what people were calling a masterpiece that needed a port or remaster immediately. And when I thought the game wasn't fun, I felt kinda lied to. Just the fuck got me by the balls. I think there's something to be said about aura and aesthetics not automatically making a game good. Nostalgia is an undeniable part of it, and I admit, I too am guilty of glazing games that I hold a lot of nostalgia for. I think almost everybody is. That very well might play a big part in this game's reputation, but I also know that I enjoy games for my own reasons than others. I want to play a challenging experience with mechanical depth, variety, satisfying gameplay, and immersion into a world that blends all of these things together with a good story and aesthetic. Yeah, this game doesn't click on most of those fronts, but for others who don't care about those things, don't care about mechanical depth or being challenged, are fine with a boring mission every once in a while, or maybe enjoy the tricking system because the animations are nice and they just want to jam out to some nice tunes and play a classic game. That's fine. It's so easy for me to be an asshole and just say, "You're all wrong! My opinion's better than yours! I'm the YouTuber!" You didn't have the same experience I did. You might not have wasted so much time on that robot fight. You might actually like the sewer section. You might have been challenged by Death Ball. No, you didn't. I complain about modern games a lot lately. I think AAA gaming is in the worst state it has ever been. Some reasons are the lack of innovation, obsessive monetization, and spineless consumers. The fact games just don't come out anymore. Daily reminder, the PS5 is turning 6 this year and has 2 games worth playing, one of which is a remake of a PS3 game. It takes so long to make a game with the current graphical expectations, so companies are less willing to take a risk on visual style, and a consequence of that is a decline in recognizable personality. There's a reason every single game's reveal event is undervalued with that one video of Mario in Unreal Engine. It's because every game does look like this, sounds like this. It's depressing to see a game with a unique idea that could be fun, but it's completely invalidated because it has the most generic art style, characters, music, vibe. That's why indie games are popping off right now. And Jet Set Radio is like a perfect antithesis to that for a modern age. But where Future fails is personality and vibe are only one thing that need to be considered when making a game. It's powerful for fan bases, but it doesn't mean the game is actually fun, and I don't think it is. I am excited for the new game that's supposed to come out. It was announced with a bunch of other classic Sega game revivals, and we've heard nothing about it for like 2 years. The only thing that has come out from that reveal event is Shinobi, so, I mean, there's probably hope. Sega's kind of on a bounce back right now. There's so many Sega games that are supposed to be coming out, a lot of which I am excited for. Which actually reminds me, I need to go do something. Dear Sega, with regards to Total Warhammer 40k and Medieval 3, do not mess this up! Please! Please don't mess this up! Oh my god! This might be the hottest take of all time. It isn't. The Sonic Rush take probably pissed more people off. I'm standing on business, by the way. That game is ass. Maybe to a niche community, it is. I wanted to like this game, but it burned me. And that turned into hate. If nobody else has taken the title, then I will happily claim the crown of #1 biggest Jet Set Radio Future hater. I will wear it with pride. Bomber Cyberpunk is really fun too. I could not find a place to talk about it, but I played it for like an hour, and it was really fun, and I want to play it more. It is so smooth, fluid. I love the little graffiti, the like, it's so much fun. The combo system is like is really satisfying. It's really good. I want to keep playing it. This is easily the longest, highest effort video I have ever made. So if you enjoyed watching, please consider liking or subscribing. Typically I don't make such negative content and will probably stray away from it in the future. But thank you for watching. And I want to give you a big, massive kiss on the forehead for watching to the end. Goodbye.
Just plain poppycock.